Hello, I'm Jacqueline Nichols, and many of you have been watching my videos over the weeks and months and years that I have been collecting and sharing information. For the last 4 years, I have been a relationship expert and a professional matchmaker up until a few months ago. I sold my matchmaking agency, and that has been a huge shift for me. And a couple days ago, I started really thinking it's time for me to tell you my story, tell you a little bit more. When you're in an industry that is all about everybody else and not about the person that's actually doing the work, you get really private. And I found that I had been an incredibly private person, more than I had expected over quite a long period. I'd actually had a couple other careers where I'd been such a figurehead and an image to people and an expectation of what they wanted that I never really told my story, to the point where when people would ask me my story, I would redirect them away from wanting to know more. And I realized it's time. It's time to share more. And this really chokes me up just because it's a very vulnerable place to be. I have really got lots to share, and I've realized it's time. So many years in working with people in the love industry it's pretty intense. It's a pretty powerful time. Some people just go with the flow. We find love quickly, and they're just so ready for love that they embrace and accept it. Some people just really want that vending machine. They think if they punch in the right numbers, somebody's going to pop out of a machine and fall madly in love with them, and they don't have to do the work. And now that I have a new owner of the agency, I'm able to just kind of step back and look at love and life and my own personal journey. And I really want to spend the next couple months working very intensely with people on their journey for love. Because after that, I'm actually going to take a little hiatus and focus on business owners that want to make their dreams come true. I'm fortunate to be very skilled in lots of different things, but I'm feeling really called right now to focus on people's childhood dreams and really let them know that they're worth more and see their ability to make a lifestyle, a living, a dreams come true and travel and be able to afford the things that they want by creating a business or growing their current business. But I don't want to leave my, love clients high and dry. Of course, I'm still going to always be taking care of my private coaching clients. So no worries there if you want to be part of my 12-week program. But I really want you to know that I've got a lot to share, and I'm pouring my heart out to you today. So it's a little bit hard because I'm not used to being so vulnerable. I'm used to presenting everybody else's information. It was 8 years ago that I got separated, 7 years ago that I got divorced, and I've got 3 beautiful children. And in that time before I started the matchmaking agency, I kept going online, doing online dating, meeting people through different means of introductions, Facebook, just social outings. And being a single mom, I was scared to go out with people for safety's sake or emotional safety's sake. It wasn't always just physical safety. I didn't want to get involved with somebody that wasn't in a good space. And for about 3 years, I thought about doing a online dating service as a business or matchmaking, but I don't mix business and pleasure. So it was never about me. It was about me doing this for other people. I knew that if I wanted something like this, I bet other people did. And when I was able to really look at people and their heartfelt needs, there's just nothing like the human connection of being loved and having another person love you in return. It's a scary place to put your walls down. I work with people every day with their walls up and their nervous energy and their fear of one day that person not loving them or not being by their side. I feel their emotions. I'm incredibly spiritually gifted. I've been aware since I was 16 that I see, hear, feel things differently than other people. Some people that freaks them out, thinks I'm weird, and other people are amazed by it. And I've learned to accept it. It wasn't necessarily a gift that I chose, but a gift that I've embraced and a gift that I've accepted. And with that makes me very raw emotion sensitive to clients. There's so many people that I would match together that were like perfect, everything that they both wanted. But if one or both weren't ready for love, they would not get anywhere and often blame my agency and blame myself when really the person has to be ready for it. So I want to talk about heart space and making yourself available. It's really easy to look at other people's lives and judge other people's lives, But when it comes down to really doing your own life, it can be really hard. And as a single parent, I had all the juggling and responsibilities and making sure the kids got to everything, all their sports, all their activities, and even the responsibility of making sure that, they're being fed and the animals are taken care of and all the bills are being paid. And that in itself is overwhelming while still trying to keep your own heart space open and vulnerable for relationships. And as I progressed in my own journey, a big part that kept coming forward was just all the dynamics that come into being with somebody and whether marriages can make it or not. And it's an interesting time to think. I thought signing a divorce paper would just make everything easier, that ink to paper was going to be the answers, and really wasn't. It was actually a lot more work afterwards. That's why I have actually a very, very high, pretty much perfect success rate of couples that come together. If they're both willing to do the work, they've actually all stayed together. The ones that come determined to not do the work, I'm at least able to equip them with a better parenting plan, a better way to communicate, and give them tools to enrich the children and make sure that their lives are better. It's one thing for parents. I understand. It's hard. I've been there. As an adult, it's not always easy to put yourself in those positions. But what's important is to find out what really matters in the end and how to work together. And, working through so many things and knowing that the struggles that happen, it's really expensive to be a single parent. It's emotionally draining to be a single parent, to play the male and the female role so much of the time. My children do have a father that is around, but he got very busy with his new life. So they didn't get a lot of time with him. And he was a wonderful, wonderful father. And so it was a matter of that relationship had to change. So when people are discovering love, they come with their baggage. They come with all their suitcase ready to go. And what I've been finding is that people are denying themselves love. They let their ex kind of punish them still for something that didn't work. They make it challenging, and they make it to where the other person doesn't really feel worthy. I meet so many people that rate their worth based on what their ex says about them. And I want you to really step back and look at how you treat your partner if you're in a relationship, or if you're single, how you're letting people be in your life. Be careful of all those walls. I had quite a fortress around me for a long time, and I didn't really realize it, but it was always kind of dating at an arm's distance. And I met with a gal recently, and I was talking to her about dating just to date and dating to be in a relationship. And unfortunately, a lot of people date to date, but they date somebody that wants to be in a relationship, and they're somebody who just wants to have fun dating. And both ways are great, but when you don't have the right combination together, that's where the heartbreak happens to the other person. And I've just seen so many people so scared to love that they don't even try, kind of like they never leave the starting gate. And with years and years of taking care of my home and my family, and I'm about to be an empty nester, as you guys have heard me say before. My youngest is leaving for college in August, and I'm preparing and developing my life, knowing which direction I'm going and what's important to me. And I want to be free to travel more. I want to be able to have the ability to see my kids in college and to be able to have my own life and my own experiences. And so that's why I've realized it's time for me to focus for the next few months to make sure I give as much wisdom and insight to the people that just want my online services, and then be able to focus on the business people that have their dreams. I want to make sure I've reached a broader audience and people that are ready to step up to the plate. I have to say, I can't believe how many times that I've gotten choked up with clients just going, I wish their partner knew how much they just wanted a hug. I wish they would stop treating them based on how they've been treated before, and let them have a chance for a new start. If anything comes out, I want you to realize love and chemistry and the beauty of being connected to somebody that has your back is really worth it. It's hard doing it alone. It's hard being the one that has to take care of everything. If you're divorced and there's a way you can make it easier on your ex, please take the time to do that. If you're in a relationship, please take the time to just let them know you love them, even if maybe they hurt you the day before. Surprise them with something nice. Make it so that you leave and take care of things in a better place. You've got a legacy with who you are, and if you've got children, they're watching you. And today's actually the anniversary of one of my brothers passing. I unfortunately have lost two brothers, and a mother. And I live for today, but I plan for tomorrow. And my little brother that passed as an anniversary of today, he was only 24 months and 24 days old. We never got a chance to really enjoy his life. I don't know many memories of him. I was only 9 when he passed away. And that's a sad time to think that there was somebody in our lives that was chosen to be there. We didn't get to enjoy them as well as we could have because he was gone so soon. I remember some fun things about him. He was so young, and his death really hurt my family a great deal. And luckily that there are 8 children in the family, and we are a huge, huge loving family. I'm so incredibly blessed. And I know my mom from heaven is very proud of how close my siblings and I have stayed. We have a really neat connection, and my dad is still around. But there's something always missing when someone's missing. So even after divorce, it can be a hard thing. There's someone missing. But also when new families come together, you've got new dynamics. And so we're always interchanging, but it's so important to remember you have the power to be positive. You have the power to move forward. And I have chosen to use my own mess, my own obstacles, my own heartache to be so phenomenal at working with people. It wasn't easy to put myself out there as a leader, but I just saw so many people were missing the information. They were missing a chance to believe in love again and have hope. And I love knowing that so many people have loved each other, and I want to make sure that I don't miss out on giving you that information. I don't want to have that chance be lost. So I'm going to do some more intense videos. I've been doing daily ones, but I'm going to do a little more intense ones just to give you a little shake up in perspective. I want you to be aware that you have the power to change everything, and you have a chance to find someone that loves you. There's so many great people out there. Every time I hear, oh, all the good ones are gone, really they're not. That was one of the greatest gifts that I got from being a professional matchmaker. One thing I miss not being a matchmaker is how many times that I got to walk in and meet a new person that I was like, wow, how come somebody hasn't stolen you yet and claimed you? They don't know you exist. And that's why I love that we're able to continue doing that through the agency. But it's important that you start to realize there is somebody going to sleep tonight wondering where you are. I can tell you, there are a lot of people that come to me all the time just saying, where is he? Where is she? You know, they want to discover you. And I don't want you to keep waiting. I really don't want you to keep waiting. I don't want you to give your power up anymore. I want you to care enough about you, but also to care enough about that person that needs and deserves to have somebody awesome in their life. It's so much easier to do it with somebody that loves you. So get ready. I'm going to be sending you some more emotional videos, a little bit deeper, hot deeper, because I'm telling you a little bit more of my story that I've never told anyone, and on a public forum, because I want you to know the reality is that it's important to put yourself out there. I understand rejection's hard. I understand most people shut down. They don't know how to communicate, and they're missing so many opportunities. And I get to see behind the curtain on what's going on with the relationships. And I can tell you there's so many more that would happen if people would just stop assuming the worst or jump to conclusions. And, you know, if people would start asking more questions, the people that step up get to win the golden egg and get to have that forever love. So speak up, stand up, let somebody know why you're great. Stop hiding, stop pulling away. Be that person, because I can tell you, I bet you there's somebody going to sleep tonight really wishing they could meet you. But they're not going to know you exist unless you decide you're worthy of being loved. And I want you to know you are worthy of being loved. And I want to share so much more with you. I want you to let this be your year to raise your deserve level, shift your perspective, but also to fall in love. There's something about that magical moment when, you know, well, nowadays we text and they're thinking about you and they send you a good morning message, or they can't wait for you to come home and just cuddle or watch a movie, or no longer do you need to go out on a Saturday night because you just got to fill the void, but you actually have somebody who wants to know you. So not everybody gets to be with you because they don't want to share you. They want to keep you to themselves in a good way, and they want to hear about your day. So I just want you to hang in there and really believe there is somebody for you, and they're just going to sleep tonight wondering where you are. So let's work on getting a game plan to get you out there. Come with me on this journey. Let me be your guide. I've witnessed so many people, And I just want to know I have a few more success stories under my belt before I take a break from being the intense love expert and focus on being the business expert with all my other business success. I want to give that industry an opportunity to grow too. So please let me walk beside you. Let me cheer you on. Let me kick you in the butt when you need to. But most of all, let me make sure that I got the message to you. Somebody wants to know you. And if you've got a partner, let that partner know that they're worth the effort and that you're in it to win it with them. The people that make success in a marriage work are the ones that don't have an exit strategy. So nix your exit strategy and focus on developing a new relationship together. I've got lots more to share, and I'm going to leave you with this note that it's time. It's time for you to believe in love again. It's real, it's possible, and you really are somebody that somebody wants to get to know. But you've got to love yourself. So please take a moment. I really would love for you, if you don't even like the video or you love the video or you're ready to step up and let somebody love you, please add your comments. I really want to know that it was a safe thing for me to open up and share a little bit about my story, and that you're ready to hear more and I can give you more. I'm really touched by the opportunity that so many people have asked me to share more, and I get asked the question more and more now that I'm not as busy with the matchmaking and that I'm working with so many individual people. So I decided today it's about living. It's about living my life. And my little brother unfortunately passed away at a young age. And my other brother died when he was 19. My mom died when she was 58. I'm going to live my life to the fullest. And I'm being led in some new directions, but I don't want to leave you behind. This is my opportunity to reach out to you. So thank you for listening. Thank you for learning. And just take a moment to add some comments and get ready. I might even shed a tear and let you know a few more deep dark secrets soon, because I want you to know I'm a lot like you, and I'm scared and I get nervous and I get worried, and I believe that too many people are alone and they don't need to be alone. So thank you for being you.